All right, hey guys, good morning. How you doing? Got a question here in the comments section of the YouTube channel, so I wanted to address this because this is an important question that people do ask. Looks like they threw it on the video about credit cards and the level of security that people perceive them to create in their heads. You can check out that video. It's just called Credit Cards Do Not Create Security if you're interested in that. Anyway, Cassioon says, thanks for the great videos. I've got a question about debit cards, which may not be relevant to this video in case of security in online transactions and in cases of identity theft. Is a credit card more secure than a debit card? Um, so here's the thing about identity theft and security of your identity in general. Um, the problem with the current state of credit and debt and centralized banking is the fact that it's all centralized. So credit card companies, banks, central banks, and the like, while it's sold to the general public and to society as it's safe, it's regulated, and blah, 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 fill in the blanks. The problem with it is when you store everybody's data in one centralized location, it can be hacked. People's credit card information, people's banking information, your debit card information, all of those things, when they're stored in a central location, it can be hacked. I mean, we've even seen stories in Canadian media, of course, you know, our company's located in Canada, over the years where errors have been made, where people's credit card information have been faxed from one department to another provider or from one department to an auditor, and the information was revealed in that case. So you know, human error plays a part in it as well. Between the two, if I were to answer it, I'd probably suggest credit cards would be slightly safer, only because if somebody can access your PIN on your debit card, they could clean out your bank account if you keep cash in it. Although most people don't keep a lot of cash in a bank account because we usually diversify in other products. So that's probably not the biggest issue. It's one of the reasons why I really like this new cryptocurrency blockchain market that's emerging. We're in a very early stage. It doesn't make a lot of sense right now. There's not a lot of adoption. You can't buy a lot of things with crypto. But the really cool thing about cryptocurrency, which is going to solve in the long run, is it's going to decentralize data, and the private keys, which are basically what you use to access your money on the blockchain, they're so private that you can memorize either the key phrases to access them, or if you can memorize the entire key, that nobody can steal them. So there's a lot of benefit to leaning kind of into the future and looking at new technologies like the blockchain and the security that cryptocurrencies offer. I don't think that we're going to see mass adoption for at least a couple of years, but keep that in mind. You know, a lot of people, you know, like to look at the markets even today. It's February 6th, and say, oh, it's a mass sell-off, it's a bloodbath, it's a scam, and this is what, you know, happens when you invest in these Ponzi schemes. People don't know what they're talking about. The fact of the matter is, it's a consolidation. We don't need 1,500 cryptocurrencies. This is something that's just kind of reconciling itself on the market right now. So just be careful with your credit cards and buying things online. I mean, you know, to kind of answer that safety feature more directly and not lean too far into the future operating in today's landscape, I think it's important not to plug in your credit card information to sites that are scammy, that don't have sufficient security protocol. So if you're buying things online with credit, use something like PayPal as a service, which is highly secure and, you know, very safe comparatively, you know, speaking to other stuff out there. Amazon, for example. So anything that's a large technology company will have a large degree of security, but at the same time, because it's a large technology company, they're going to store a lot of data in a centralized location. People's personal information will be stored in a centralized location. Amazon's one of the biggest online retailers, and while their online purchasing portal is probably one of the safest on the planet, if somebody were to figure out a way to hack it, they'd have access to a ton of information, which could be compromised. So you just got to use your head. Be smart about what you're doing. I wouldn't keep large balance credit cards for purchases online. You you know, again, the golden rule with credit cards when you're making purchases, you never charge more than half of the limit, and you pay it off in full every single month. So if your limit's $5,000, never charge more than about $2,500, pay it off every single month, and never carry a balance, and your credit will be fine. So, I mean, you know, the risk exposure is fairly small, and there's also certain degrees of, I suppose, insurance or protection that credit cards offer us as consumers with fraud and things like that. But you just got to be careful. I mean, don't go plugging your credit card information in or making debit card purchases in dodgy places. Places that have card scanners and readers. You know, so if you have to swipe a card or something to that degree and you punch in a number, risky places. You know, we've seen people talk about people making purchases at gas station pumps where criminals will put these devices over the swiping device or even the keypad that can read your PIN and so on and so forth. So you want to be completely safe, use cash. And in a few years, you'll be able to use cryptocurrency, which will be just as safe as that. You won't have to worry about identity being stolen that way because the blockchain completely solves that problem. So hope that answers today's question. If you have any more, by all means, you can leave them in the comments of the video. I'm happy to record these you know, updates, topic suggestions that you guys make on the channel. Anything to do with money, personal finance, credit, debt, leading out into the future. Even our program, again, if you guys are stuck with credit card debt, you owe over $10,000, this is what we do here. We help people resolve their credit card debt. Usually in about 3 years or less, you graduate with a better credit score than what you started with, and you save a ton of money. It's a private process, doesn't register and damage your credit bureau, register to your credit bureau like you'd see with other programs out there that do a lot of damage and send your credit score south. So there you go. There's today's video. Have an amazing one. We'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.
Hey guys, I want to thank you for watching the video right through to the end. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment below if you have a special request for a video for me to do on a topic in the future. Also, if there's somebody that needs to see this, please share it with them so they can get the information. Over on this shoulder over here, you're going to find a recommended video that's probably relevant to what you just watched right now, so it's worth checking out. And that one is the subscribe button, so be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for checking out the video. Have an amazing day. Bye for now.